So here, this is the drive where they find Lad McConkey for his second touchdown, and then shortly after that, Herbert does miss him for his third. But let's just break this down. Herbert gets out of the pocket, finds Quentin Johnson, who barely gets the first down here, but he'll take it. Good hands by Johnson there. You can see the Patriots defense is confused. They don't know exactly what they're doing. The ball snap. This is just a quick out route to the fullback. A couple of steps ahead here. A good catch, and then just a motion, come back, now line up next to me. If I'm Herbert, of course, shotgun, snap it. They do actually send five, but it just doesn't matter. And because they're sending five, Herbert just sees the soft spot and finds him. And then here's the touchdown to McConkey. This was probably my favorite play of the day. I mean, the defensive back just completely underestimates the speed of McConkey, which is why I love it. This is one of the very few mistakes Herbert's made this year. This is just a double move by McConkey. Beautiful route. My goodness. And Herbert misses him too far. I want to see one more look at this, man. McConkey's so underrated, dude. I told you guys, Charger fans, anyone that doubted me, I said, Lad McConkey's special. He's going to be the early wide receiver one. Everyone said it was Quentin Johnson. Quentin Johnson, my ass, and he's solid. But come on, Lad McConkey looks like a superstar in the making. And then this is just J.K. Dobbins going to work, making a couple of cuts and men miss. Good to see him back out there. He just completely changes the Chargers. You go from J.K. Dobbins to no J.K. Dobbins, the Chargers go from a great to a good team. They were unable to run the ball all season without Dobbins, and then now they're running the football. What was it, 146 at the top of my head? There's a fullback just getting low on a guy, taking him out of the play, and then Dobbins at strength. He's tough to bring down. When I think of the strongest backs in football, J.K. Dobbins is right up there, man. And this is Herbert just wisely not trying to lower the shoulder and get that touchdown. Why risk it, man, when you can just hand it off to J.K. Dobbins for the easy touchdown? Look at this. The blocking is amazing. Boom. Just split two guys. Touchdown, baby. All right, boys. Welcome back to another video. Thunder Alley here. Today, we're going to be doing a film analysis on the offense. We're also going to get into Week 18. This is just a quick handoff up the middle. Good gain right there. Now you've got, it looks like Hassan Haskins out there. I've got a small screen, so if I say a name wrong, just let me know down below. Herbert in shotgun. See if he motions anyone, and he's just going to snap it. Quick pass, little out route type of thing for a pretty solid gain. The Chargers, they were very methodical. That's what I noticed in this one. They ran the ball well, and they passed it. If the Chargers can play like this in the playoffs, they might have a chance to win it all. This is just another quick pass to the outside, letting a guy in the open space go out there and make a play. That's going to be another thing as well, is this just short intermediate passing game. I mean, that's more of a medium pass. That's not a short pass. That's over 10 yards down the field. But Herbert, this is one of the better games he played. The Patriots are selling out for the run. I mean, look how many guys they have up front. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Herbert, he actually notices it. And you can tell right away he knows where he's going with this football. I don't even really remember exactly what happens, but I can just tell by what I'm seeing. And he's going to go right over the middle of the field to Quentin Johnston, just finding the soft spot. And Herbert's having an unbelievable year, his most efficient one. He's just not turning it over, which is why the Chargers have been so dangerous this year. And this is just that deep ball to, looks like Darius Davis, number 12. Big time play. He's got that speed. He just beats everyone. Herbert sees it right away. Just give him a chance. Throws it to where only his receiver is going to be able to get it. Now we've got Herbert back under shotgun, motions Davis to the right, and then throws the screen to Johnson to the left. This is Greg Roman cooking. I've been a little bit iffy with Greg Roman. He's done a lot of good. He's done a lot of bad. Just given the personnel, I don't think the Chargers have the most weapons in the world. J.K. Dobbins obviously was on the IR and was just activated in this game. But with a fully healthy team, once Gus Edwards comes back, I think Roman's going to be able to do a lot of big things. But the number one thing is going to be just Justin Herbert and making sure that he's got a run game. You can see right there. That's a beautiful play design. Patriots aren't an elite defense by any means, and Herbert just sneaks it for the first down. But this is the formula, the blueprint that Los Angeles is going to want to follow. Herbert just dropping back, fires it. He's got a man. Looks like that's Lad McConkey. You can see McConkey's lined up in the slot right here. He's going to end up getting to the outside. Herbert's got a man in motion too, which just distracts the defense. Then he finds him. It's a perfectly thrown ball. Once again, velocity, high point, to where only your receiver is going to be able to make a play on it. This is a handoff to number 30. I honestly don't remember what number Haskins wears, if he's 30 or 28. I think Haskins is 28, if I'm being honest. But this, of course, is the fullback in motion to the left. J.K. Dobbins, you'd have to imagine this is a handoff. Maybe they get creative and go play action, but I'm guessing it. Yeah, they do actually go play action. And Herbert steps up in the pocket. It's got his man. It's a completion. That was very nicely done. Herbert could have taken a sack, but just the mobility. That's the difference between him on that healthy ankle and him on that not healthy ankle, is he's able to do that. And Jacob Dobbins makes a couple of guys miss, but this doesn't go for much. I think we're going to get another look at it to where, yeah, they get a motion, and he comes back. Looks like they're going to hand it to Davis, and then they hand it to Dobbins. He kind of slipped right there. I mean, that's a solid play, because now you just have the defense thinking twice. You've got them on their heels. This is Palmer in motion. He's going to run the route. Herbert's got him. Yeah, Herbert hits him. He gets hit right away and goes down. And then, of course, we've got Herbert once again looking at the formation. He's got most 3 guys lined on the right side. And then, yeah, this is just a replay of the same thing. Just get guys moving. They settle for a field goal. That's Cameron Dicker, who's been one of the best kickers in football this year. He's just been absolutely on fire the past 2. Definitely taking the over on him this Sunday when I bet. Looks like Derwin James is going to get home and recover the fumble off of a pitch. And now you've got midfield, your great field position, of course, and hand it off to Dobbins, who gets to the outside, makes a cut. Good-looking play, still on his feet. He's taken down by a linebacker, number 48. Looked like, or number 40, actually, I think. Yeah, at 48, I can't even tell what number that guy's wearing, but it's the linebacker. This is a screen to Will Disley, who came back as well. He had been injured, and he's going to get a solid gain. You can see the Chargers are getting it into a bunch of different guys' hands versus just some teams who like to throw to the same players. The Chargers, they've been very versatile on offense, working with what they've got. They've been as injury derailed as any other team in football, if we're being honest, and now they're starting to get healthy. This is just Herbert. He's got all of his guys out wide. I mean, Disley was lined up on the line of scrimmage up close, but just a quick completion. Of course, looked like they were using Disley as a blocker, and then he ended up running a route. Looking at the tape, I think this might be a different play. Oh, no, this is the same play. So there you go. Just being creative, good completion, very close to the sticks as well. And now you can bring your running back under, of course, formation under shotgun, hand it off to him. You'll need a couple of yards for the first down. That's more than enough to get it. I liked how Greg Roman called this game. It's probably one of his better ones of the year. I mean, I know the Patriots aren't playing for much at this point, but hopefully he can just keep it up. The Chargers, looking at where they are right now in the seeding, 6th seed. If the Steelers lose, which I think they will against the Bengals, and the Chargers beating the Raiders would go up to the 5th seed, and they'd end up going to Houston in the wild card versus 6th seed going to Baltimore. So this is a huge game. If you're the Chargers, it's not like there's nothing on the line here. Can the Chargers beat the Ravens? Sure. They've already lost to them. I certainly would not want to play Lamar and Derrick Henry in the first round, having to go on the road. The Texans, they're struggling right now. I can't even remember the last time the Texans won a football game. I mean, they lost to the Titans, for crying out loud, at home in Houston, by the way. They play the Titans again this week. The Texans are a perfect matchup for the Chargers. They have a bad offensive line. They don't run the ball well. I mean, Joe Mixon's great, but the Texans, they haven't been impressive. The Texans have not been impressive this season. They've only got 9 wins. Resting their starters against the Titans, so they'll more than likely finish with 9 wins. And the Chargers would come in, of course, having won 11 games. I would take the Chargers pretty comfortably in that, but let's go back to the film and take a look at Herbert. He's just, of course, in shotgun, going through his progressions, and he finds his man, none other than Ladd McConkey, who had his best game of the season, having a couple of touchdowns. And he almost had 3, but Herbert missed them. I put it in the clip, but yeah, so I think we'll get to that shortly here within the next minute. But just quick completions, efficient. This is exactly what the Chargers need to do. They don't need to just look down the field and try to get the deep ones. They've got to take what the defense gets them. Because they're running the ball so well, the defense is coming up and stacking in the box and trying to apply as much pressure as they can, and that's a huge advantage for Herbert. And they're rushing 4 here too. They do have a stunt, but Herbert just picks it up. And how fast he gets rid of it too just is huge for this offense.